So Zhao is hinted in this game, so you do get to see a glimpse of him, but he doesn't have a voice line. And the voice actor for Yagami, hey, can you stop squeaking this one? Voice actor for Yagami is Nanba.
Everyone but the star of the show.
That is next level ass kissing.
At least it wasn't Judgment. I don't hear it anymore. As soon as I switched games, I heard it, but I don't know anymore.
Grab a seat, Doc.
Well, where am I gonna get this? I'm gonna assume the pawn shop.
Nice.
I think
So you're really gonna stand in court again?
Just to give Sari-san some support.
Yeah,
I see. Does that mean I don't need to be present for Ahara-san's appeal?
Huh? How would I know? Isn't that more of a Sari-san question?
I think I have to go to the pawn shop.
Yagami's there. I don't see why you gotta be.
I mean,
You're on thin ice, Hoshino-kun.
it's what you want to do, Hoshino. You're the boy.
Plenty useful. At least a little.
Doesn't have him eat you a piece.
That's the fighter's bandit that I bought.
Say that?
This one?
Yeah.
This guy is kind of a rookie, huh?
It's just reciprocal.
Man, the gangster just put the lawyer on notice.
Well, that's all I got. How about you guys?
Yeah, he doesn't have anything. You're right. I wonder. Maybe that was the Sega store where we came from, right?
Any word on where he's hiding?
But not the store.
Yeah, about that. We must have asked everyone in Eugene show, but we got nothing.
RK's out there looking for him too. They seem to think I've still got him under watch.
On the flip side, that means they still haven't found him either.
Well, yes,
Oh, I
though
gotta
that's
talk
not
back,
much consolation.
Gotta give him this photo.
Think Koana-san's still in one piece after
Hey,
the
bro.
explosion?
Got that photo you wanted.
You're so addicted to doing these.
Alive? Yes.
It helps me get the skills I need.
It's so funny.
When I saw him,
I mean, you like this game, so I don't blame you, you know?
The real
problem
is
you.
Dude, I know
now
you.
that he knows
See, look at that. I'm already 10 in this.
I didn't do a single one in that.
I'd never let that slide if I were in his shoes.
I did max that out though. I have almost
I
all
was
of
thinking
them.
the same thing.
Do all the
no?
cheat point ones.
He spent all that time underground brooding and shit.
Temporary. give him
Maybe
that.
he's really.
You can
gonna
do
slip
temporary
into
attack
this
twice.
photo.
Do it again.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Bam.
Oshinoku,
So that's good
Higashi,
for that.
you two met with
About
Ahara's
here.
wife?
Yeah,
Other
we didn't gain much from it.
Turns out Ahara and his old lady don't really
Avoidance?
keep in touch.
Let's do that.
After her son took his life 4 years back, she refused to keep living under the same roof. Only reason she hasn't divorced him is because it's too much of a
Alternate
pain to
counter,
process.
Press circle.
She's been living in that same apartment even when Toshiro-kun was still alive.
Alternate counter with circle.
She let us light some incense on his altar, but she was pretty vacant the whole time.
Did Ahara's battery charge come up at all?
She said she didn't care.
She didn't care her husband was out there groping women and killing bullies? Has she even seen Mikushiba's murder footage?
According to her, no.
Really? It's hard to believe.
I'll take a hit.
Well, there's no easy way to put it, but it felt like she'd given up on everything.
This is what you got?
Pressing trip.
That's the old stuff.
That was
That one that the chick had forever.
serious.
Yeah. No, not this one. That's a bad lighter.
Was it?
Because you want to know how I tell?
It was cold.
No, the safety's off.
What's the word on RK coming down?
That's how you
the
tell.
Fair.
Everywhere you look, they're strutting around like they own the place. And they know our faces, too. They
Oh,
stare
no.
us
Do you
down
not do that every
whenever
time you
get
get a
too
big lighter? Do you
close.
not break those off? I
It's
always
fucking
do.
annoying.
Plus,
No.
they're acting like they're here.
Because if you do, that's how you know you're a stoner
Harassing the joints
or a
for
smoker,
time.
like consistent smoker.
Harassing how?
You know, shit like pretending to be normal customers.
Well, it's just
Dying
easier.
dashing,
Instead of like having
complaining
to
to
press
mess
so
with
hard.
business.
That's why I got the other
Another
lighters
guy
though.
will come in and be
The,
like, need protection?
Clippers.
The clippers.
Suddenly they're charging a fee.
That's some Yakuza shit right there.
Old shit, too. A Yakuza who pulls that today is out in one shot under the anti-gang laws.
And Soma? Is he still around town?
Nah, there's nothing
My
on
sister for a while could only
If he
flick
is, he
lighters
probably
that
wouldn't be
had
around by now.
the safety taken off.
And Soma isn't
Because she
exactly
couldn't,
a social
like, press down on it.
butterfly like Akutsu.
Mm-hmm.
Finding him's gonna be a pain in the ass.
especially if he has public security's help. Unless it's a life or death situation, I doubt he'll show his face.
Ah, my eye! Ah!
I don't want to step on it later. Be like, oh, fuck!
That about wrap it up?
Be like a Lego.
Seems
Dude,
so.
they kind of are.
As for me, I think I'll head out and see what I can find out about
That's the whole
Kawana-san.
thing.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I just
That
hope
whole
he's okay.
fucking worthless piece of metal. So kids can use it. Look at that now. So okay. Is yours now? You're hit.
Yeah, you're hit.
Sugurusan and
Why are you
Sugurusan do some
so
impressive
I just backed down again. I don't know.
You don't hold a
pack it
candle
to
to
the
the
rim,
Shino-kun.
Black belt in karate, and you never even use it.
Well, I'm just more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Anyway, I'm heading back to Kamurocho.
I love this.
Enjoy yourself, Higashi-san.
Definitely really cool and convenient.
What about you, Chuck? You want to call it a night? Chesso said he'll let us stay if you do.
No skin off my back, really.
So, what'll it be?
I'll stay the night.
If I can really stay the night, I'll take him up on that.
Close the door, goddammit. We're going to.
Make preparations. What the fuck do you mean by that? You want me to go somewhere? Let me just take a phone call. Oh, give me takes phone calls, right? Where am I? Moshi. Oh, I'm supposed to head back to my place. I get you. I thought I was supposed to wander around. Ha ha ha. This way. So come on! No way did that hit me. Ah, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Unnecessary amount of damage. I took like no damage though.
I think so?
Yeah. Things are going to get pretty intense from here. Note that you're in for the long haul, so you'll be able to save along the way, but you may want to make separate saves.
Look at the fucking second.
Yeah, look at that haul.
Dude, I told you, I have way too many fucking clothes.
I'm good to go.
Really? Good.
Alright.
because Tsukumo
While this is
said
playing,
he
I'm
had
gonna be
something he
muted for a
wanted
little
to
bit.
show you. He's upstairs. You mind going to him? Tsukumo-kun, Yagami-san's here.
Something up?
Yes, it's about the pendant Kawana-san gave you. Turns out, it was just a decoy after all.
Decoy? For what?
For what was inside. This. The cracks in the pendant were hiding an SD card, and on it was some video data.
Video data? Of what exactly?
It's the footage of Ihara murdering Hiro Mikoshiba, just like we saw before. No additional scenes.
That doesn't make sense. Why would Kawana put his life on the line just to give me that? I mean, RK came after him and everything. And all for a video that's already all over the internet?
Yes, except the video on that card is the original. All the others were copies of this source. In layman's terms, this is the master tape, or in film it'd be the negative, with no additions or modifications of any kind.
What do you mean? And how do you know for sure?
So this SD card here is a special little thing. You can't usually buy it in stores. It's called a worm, or write once, read many. If you were to take a picture with a digital camera, the images saved on this SD card couldn't be edited or deleted. It's what forensics teams use when photographing crime scenes. Which means what we have here is unaltered footage of Mikoshiba's murder.
That means it would qualify as evidence in Ihara's appeal.
Yeah, I'd say you have room to negotiate with the prosecution and the judge. At the very least, it beats an internet copy with no origin.
Hey, think this'll be enough to win the trial?
Well, I can't guarantee that. But it does explain why Koana-san took such a risk. The video on here is the sole original. That's why he'd only leave it in the hands of someone he trusted.
Koana asked me to give this to Ahara.
Sure, but he had to know we'd turn it inside out first. Maybe it's Koana-san's way of entrusting you with the evidence you need? After all, with public security after him, he may not live to see tomorrow. And seeing how he's on the run, he had to find a way to get that into Ahara-san's hands. Which I think is why he left it all up to you, Yagamishi.
And it's settled. It's about time I expose everyone involved in Mikoshiba's murder. Ahara, Koana, and his students. That's the first step to luring public security out in the open.
And I believe the SD card will make that possible.
So hey, looks like almost getting blown up was worth it.
I guess so.
Hey, sorry to bug you.
Matsu? What are you doing here?
I was talking to the MRC guys earlier. They said you'd be at this detective agency.
Everything okay?
Well, Akane started hanging out with some shady guys. So I figured I should talk to Yagami-san about this.
Sounds like a tricky situation. Please, have a seat.
Akane's that girl you hung out with all the time, right? So, want to tell me more about these shady guys?
They're these thugs from Tokyo. RK, they're called. They've been flirting with her.
Okay. What else?
They got her so comfortable she blurted out some stuff she probably shouldn't have.
Oh, that's
Stuff
not good.
about you, Yagami-san.
Well, that's nothing I can't handle.
Yeah, but
Along with
that's
RK
not.
is bad news. She needs to stop.
If she's in danger,
Yakuza, you know.
dangerous waters, Yagami.
So they actually are dangerous then.
What's really going
I can't
on?
believe Shikoda's eat up with them.
They asked Akane which student you cared about the most.
What?
Why would
So she
she answer that?
kinda blurted out Koda's name.
She did what?
Koda? Why would she say
Even
Koda?
Akane knew she messed up, so she called me right after. Yagami-san, you've been mixed up with RK, right? You think they might go after Koda?
Can you try to get in touch with her?
Actually,
Most definitely.
I haven't been able
Most definitely.
What about Akane?
Oh, right.
Zero
Let me
team.
try and call.
Zero team. Yeah, Shy Guy was looking over at you.
Akane, where are you right now?
The last place Mikoshiba Sensei was.
Huh?
The last place?
RK. We're at the building where Mikoshiba Sensei's body was found.
Why?
Masun, are you with Yagami already?
What? How do you know about that?
It's Yagami. Is Koda-san there too?
She is.
Damn, all of them are there.
This Yagami? Come on over and we'll play. You know the place, right?
Who is this?
The only other RK member I know fucking died, so
Kodo channel, huh?
this doesn't sound like Soma.
Know what I mean?
Hey! Stop it! No!
Don't! What the hell do you want?
Come down and find out.
Come down and find out.
Saying, but if you go to the cops, these girls are as good as dead.
Do you guys even understand what you're doing right now?
Better hurry.
Yeah, I think they do, Yagami, yeah.
What's happening?
nuts.
I got 3 hours to do this. I think that's plenty of time.
I'll contact Kaito-san and Higashi-san for help. And I'll fly my drone out to the scene, too.
Perfect. Counting on you.
I believe I can do it.
Let's go, Yagami-san. Hurry up, or I'm leaving.
I don't think you can touch the sky. Even if you could fly, I don't think you can touch the sky. You know how high up the sky is? Not that high. Have you? I don't know where this taxi is. What do you mean?
I'm thinking your feet are on it.
Oh yeah? Someone called me.
What's up?
Yagami-shi, this is Tsukumo. My drone's just
Oh yeah?
arrived at the scene.
Is that a threat?
Koda-san and Akane
You threatening me right now?
about 20 of them.
You sound like you're threatening me right now.
They're on their way now.
Oh, you'll know when I'm threatening you. You know what? That sounds even more like a threat. You're right. You're right. Oddly enough, you know, I feel more threatened all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, you should drop a shout out though for like you if you want me to get you want to do customized selfies at my job all the time. You like that? You think it's cool?
It's pretty cool.
Hey! He's here!
Really?
It's Yagami!
Pretty cool looking.
Well, it's pretty comfortable. It's really good.
Talk.
Pretty good fabric.
This
Oh, wow,
RK
yeah.
guys are holed up. Is Soma with them?
Nobody's had eyes on him yet. Just a sec.
Someone's calling me.
Tsukumo?
Mushy mushy.
The enemy position, Yagami-shi. They have our 2 young hostages surrounded. So a head-on assault would be too dangerous. Naturally, I've already come up with some countermeasures we can run.
In your laundry basket.
You always come through, man. Okay then. Walk us through it.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Look who decided to show up. Too scared to come with all your little bodyguard buddies?
Not like you've got room to talk. How many shitheads does it take to watch these girls?
I never thought it would end up like
Probably.
this. You believe me, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
But we'll have to save the
Damn
lights
straight,
for
dude.
after all this is over.
He just ate and you picked his ass up.
That goes for you too, Koda-san.
Damn, they put a gag on her? Fuck. Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. I'll fuck you ass up.
We did lure you here. So we can beat your ass to death.
Face down, ass up. I like that.
So what was your plan? Throw all these guys
All
at us
facts,
as
no
we kick
printer.
down the door?
We're smarter than that.
FBI, open up.
Here comes.
Spread them.
Yagami. Hands where I can see him. And same for you two.
Hey, calm down. I've got one more thing. I'm not a big fan of guns.
I've never have been. I'm famously known for that.
Shit! Up there!
Being a big fan of guns. Fuck guns. I'm a detective. I'm a PI that runs.
Weren't you a cop before that?
No, I was a lawyer before that. I was a lawyer. I'm a lawyer that turned detective that uses my kung fu that I learned from my father, who died when I was in high school. Alright? If it wasn't for him and these special powers that I got from him, from his lineage, Kaito here wouldn't have been my best, wouldn't have become my best friend.
Let's get going. I want him down before the smoke clears.
That's pretty much the backstory that you gotta know for Judgment. That's about it. That cut's pretty deep. Oh, all out brawl? Alright. What if I just start with my EX decrease? Huh? How do we feel about that? Damn, Kaito.
Like, I think it was from the area or something. Because, like, or my windbreaker. Because, dude, the whole thing here was like green.
Oh, serious.
The whole rim, like it was stained green.
Let's play by ear.
Crane style. We're gonna beat their ass. Yeah, I'll check it. Gotta clear out this health, bro. There's too much health around here.
Here we go.
Now we pick them off.
We are ready to go.
Come on, pick them off, pick them off.
Let's go. Here we go. You need to listen.
Okay.
Here we go.
Alright. Tiger form. Where's my heal?
Here we go.
Where are you facing, Yagami? I have to get rid of this guy, bro. Holy shit. Where are you going? No. There you go. That just leaves the one-on-one. So let's focus on eating some food here.
Here we go.
Ow. That's fucked up. How the fuck did you get me through that? He's got me in the corner.
We are ready to go.
I was ready for it. I was dodging all over the place.
We are ready to go.
That's a heal. Pick something up. It's the easiest way to ult. I should probably serpent.
Here we go.
Ah, you motherfucker. That hurt so much, holy. Oh! Nice. Nice, Yagami. This punk ass isn't done with that, though. You didn't like that, Yagami? Get your ass up.
I shall assist.
That did not help out. I thought it was gonna help more. Higashi's just standing right there, you know? Alright, that's it. No more of your punk ass. God damn, bro. He was relentless. I'm glad he didn't have a gun.
Thanks.
They might start dating.
You saved us.
If anyone would be into each other, it'd be these two, right?
I'm so sorry.
No.
You dumb fucked
The
up.
one who got you into this.
But
It's
you're
not
welcome.
your fault. It's RK's.
You're welcome. I saved your
You're
house.
next in line after that.
You could at least say thank you.
Besides, I'm not the one you should be apologizing to.
Yeah, you're the one that ratted her out. She didn't need to be involved in this.
I'm really sorry. It's alright. Well, I'm gonna head
Especially
home.
since you think that she's my favorite character. You know? MRC's with me more often. Oh, fuck.
Soma.
What? Who?
Kane, get back!
Huh?
Here all by yourself? What are you trying to pull?
Oh, I'm just here to talk.
Are you?
To be honest, Juana's put us in kind of a tight spot.
Oh, so.
Put us both in a tight spot, for
He's got
sure, yeah.
Kawano's body, Reiko Kusamoto's victim. Hidden in a freezer, of all places.
It's true,
Been
yes.
on ice for what? 5 years? You know about this, Yagami?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Problem is, he's planning to reveal its location on the internet. If that happens, Kusamoto-san will be ruined. No doubt, her fingerprints
So what does that have to do with me?
are all over the damn corpse.
Yeah, but that's for the better. And she won't have to listen to you.
Reiko Kusamoto is a capable woman who can swim with the tides. She's irreplaceable. It would be unfortunate to lose her over some lowlife she had to put down.
Low life, excuse you?
She's on our side now, and she's accepted it.
So it's your duty to protect people like that?
I protect order, not
I've been wanting to kick your ass for a while now, Soma.
unnecessary.
I'm glad I get to do it now.
Necessary evil.
That's right. If I hadn't gone undercover, the Tojo clan's ex-Yakuza would be spread all over by now. If that happened, we never would have been able to track their current activity. That's why I created the RK network.
You understand?
Keep Kamurocho's underground under
Uh,
control.
The other one got up.
Much safer and
The other one got
easier
up.
than wiping them out indiscriminately. But in the shadow of order, there's always a pair of dirty hands.
Right.
The clothes is in the dryer.
Kawana said something like that
Stretch.
too.
Stretch. Yeah, I heard.
But if there's one difference between the two of us, it's that I find my work enjoyable. It gives me purpose. When I dirty my hands,
Nice.
it's in the service of order. It goes back to a necessary
Hi.
evil to maintain
Hi, Maggie's.
peace in this
Hi,
country.
Maggie's.
In my eyes, peace does require violence. It only works when killers are below the surface, keeping it afloat.
Sawa Sensei too? Is that the peace you want?
Yoko,
He's the one that killed him, yeah.
she did have to die.
He's
She
the one that
almost
killed her.
connected the Mikoshiba case
This
to Kawana.
motherfucker.
She was getting very close to it. She may even have figured out Reiko Kusamoto was involved. The fewer people who know a secret.
These girls do not even know this either, which is really
I
funny.
don't remember even hesitating on that call. And I think that means... Well, you guys won't like hearing this. But it was justified.
You asshole!
Whoa, whoa. Don't fly off the handle now. I haven't finished what I had to say.
What the fuck?
You're not done talking? Dude, can you, like, shut the fuck up?
This.
Let me kick your ass already.
For your lives, using Kawai's body as leverage over us.
What?
So relax, would you? I don't plan on killing you here.
This is spoilers if you really plan on playing this game.
The trial for Ehara-san is coming up, right? You know, the groping thing. I've come here with a request that I hope you'll consider.
This from you?
Reiko
play
Kusamoto's
Madden?
name is not to come up during the Ehara trial. That shouldn't be so hard, right? Shirosaki Sensei would have to agree to this too.
And if we were to refuse?
Nothing. It's Kusamoto-san's request. She's asking nice.
What?
A mother doesn't want her child branded a murderer's son. Could you give her that much? And that's all. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
You think so?
No, you're not leaving. Get your ass back here so I can kick it. Oh fuck. Oh.
Akane!
Why am I...
It was a paintball.
A paint gun? You okay?
Fucking Soma, motherfucker.
Well, hell, that's gotta hurt. But a bruise sure beats the alternative, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say he got us good with that one.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's a terrible call.
What a fucking...
If Soma hadn't been packing a paint gun...
What a fucking bastard. What a fucking bastard. He's too smart.
Than him. I should have prioritized protecting you.
Yagami-san.
You've been brave.
He's too smart.
It's really scary for you. We'll need to do things one step at a time, Kaito-san. We can't tackle it all at once. First thing, Ihara's groping appeal needs to become a murder trial that outs Kawana and his students. That way, if public security is our real enemy here, we'll have the prosecution and the courts on our side. That'll be on me. I'll reveal a truth no one can deny.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much your specialty. Send that asshole to jail. Good.
Come here.
Got you, Syndicate.
Oh, did you?
You've got this, Yagami-san.
Oh, did you?
This is crazy. Why is he so hot? Am I right?
Just a minute ago,
Yeah, good thing Zero Team hooked it up.
When it comes to that, I don't care. Do you know how many, like, jobs?
Yeah. Don't double down. You can double down. I mean, I love doubling down. You can double down.
I'm just saying, you know, like, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be really hard to find who else.
Yeah.
Unless, like I said, my last...
It's not...
Yeah, I'm getting ready now, sorry, son.
You know, you should never make it like a challenge, you know? Like, saying stuff like that is one of those Halo references. That's like, challenge accepted. You don't want to cause one of those incidences.
Yeah, but either way, like...
You just gotta be, like, you gotta be nice with it, you know?
Yeah, but either way, like, even on, like, my social medias and stuff, like, I'm pretty, like, incognito. Like...
Yeah, I mean, you're not out there. You're not, like, open to the world, but, you know, yeah. I'm sure if someone did their homework, they could figure it out, you know what I mean?
But that's the thing. They have to base it off, like, just my first name and the way I sound. Like, there's no, like, the only thing they could is, like, my social media. Then they get my
And then they find,
my face
go down the rabbit hole. Yeah. I should have fucking used my SP. What am I doing? I get another fight, right? It's the courtroom. So,
violation of Shinjuku Station's anti-nuisance.
The guy on the left here is a groper. He fucking groped a woman on their train station. Turns out he murdered someone, and he's using the groping as an offense prior, so that way he can get away with murder.
The defense fully rejects the sexual battery charge.
We are trying to turn this around and say that he's not a groper, he's a murderer.
The prosecution points to two pieces of evidence to prove the defendant guilty. One is the security camera footage from Ikebukuro to Shinjuku Station. The other is fiber traces from the victim's undergarments on the defendant's hand. The defense maintains this was not sufficient evidence to issue a guilty verdict. We have prepared counter-arguments to each piece of the prosecution's evidence.
How does the prosecution respond?
We maintain the original sentence was perfectly adequate. That is all.
Yep. We don't like this guy, if you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Let's examine the security footage from Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station.
We only met him a couple times,
I
but...
feel like a Japanese courtroom is like
This
more
is
depressing
footage of
than
Ikebukuro
like
Station.
literally 20 times like you fucked up. Like.
Well, we are talking about a murder case here.
Yeah, but okay, but even still, like in courtrooms, generally, like most of them generally look the same no matter what. Like as a guy with experience of being in a courtroom, not not as like
yeah, it's not like this, yeah.
But as a criminal standpoint, yes. But
this footage of the station platform is from when the
but that's what I'm saying. But like,
board the train car.
Like they're depressing looking. Don't get me wrong, but not as depressing as like if I was in a room like this, dude, I would think I would be more fucking scared.
The victim claimed the defendant moved
I'd be like, why
in a
is there so many
suspicious manner
fucking
once the
chairs?
train left Ikebukuro.
There's so many people that can talk during your thing.
After they arrived at Shinjuku Station 6 minutes later,
like it makes it 20
during your trial, yeah.
his hand. However, there's a possibility
So we think that they're working together.
But a different person entirely.
And this is a stand-in person, just looking like him. They swapped places later on. Because that way he murdered someone first. Yeah, that's the whole plan is super elaborate and super smart. Yeah.
Resulting in an inadequate trial.
Like. If you thought some of the politicians, if you thought the politicians in like the Yakuza games were kind of smart, like you like the Iwate shipbuilders.
However, the notion itself
Iwami,
I think.
Yeah, you played it more recent than I did. I trust you.
The assailant fled the train and was caught short.
These guys are like 3 times smarter. Like everybody in these things are 3 times smarter.
Well, I would figure so because this is like a more
like trial.
Yeah.
Trying to get away with things. Whereas like as the Yakuza, you just like they disappear. You never get to hear about it, right? Like this is from the public's standpoint.
Yeah.
Upon arrival, station police arrested him and immediately performed.
That was more judgment because you got to deal with actual Yakuza things. But in this game, Lost Judgment, there is no more plans.
That's why I kind of like it, and I think you probably like this more too, because it's like, okay, cool. This is like from a people standpoint. This is not just like Yakuza and this.
This one.
If you'll kindly look at this.
You kindly look at this.
What is this? Displayed on the large monitor, please.
Is there a diagram
of Shinjuku Station?
Correct.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ah, fuck.
Correct, Your Honor.
First, the victim and the offender ran onto the platform.
So left to right.
The train car they boarded is here on this map. We've marked the offender's route with an arrow. The lighter
so you can see the one white gap, right? Yeah. That's where they trade places. That's where we think they trade places.
Single day. It's packed with security cameras.
And they waited until the change before the lady started yelling, saying, "Groper, Groper."
That's where the defendant and stand-in swapped places.
I see. So you claim this was their opportunity?
Yes.
What is he looking at?
As such, I'd like to question the defendant once more.
Nah. Why is he so scuffed?
Oh, so wait, why is he on their side? Is he are they defending him?
Defendant, when you were issued the
No, we were his lawyers during the groping case. The issue is when we found out that he's actually a murderer, we're trying to appeal the groping case and get him for murder instead. It was a mistrial, pretty much, is what we're trying to get at.
How did you manage to pull off such a feat?
It came to me in a dream.
We're not really on his side. Like, he doesn't really have a side.
Migoshiba-san was your son Toshiro-kun's
we got him to kind of ally with us a bit.
Toshiro Ihara was found dead in his apartment 4 years ago. He took his own life. Afterward, the defendant's
The game is pretty much revolving around bullies in high school that cause their victims to do something drastic and like off themselves, unalive themselves in some way.
Unfortunately,
So it's got like a super like dark tone in this game, and that's why it revolves around the high school.
They were.
Of the bullies mentioned, Miko Shiba-san's name was among them. Were you aware of this?
I was.
Would you say you harbored murderous intent against Miko Shiba-san?
You know, let's go.
Objection.
Let's go.
The defense's question is
Yeah,
irrelevant.
you got her friendship up, dude. She's got to talk about her karaoke, her singing career.
Also, the
I love
Kagami
it.
police are actively investigating Hiro Mikoshiba's murder.
If you didn't know, chat, I'm sitting next to you here with Zero Team.
How does the defense respond?
He's playing Yakuza
I think they pretty much
Gaiden.
get it. They hear my voice. They're like, oh, it's still gotta be Zero Team. Who else gonna be? He said it 4 times. He's at his fucking house.
Yeah, but it's segmented by hours on YouTube. It's one stream, but it's segmented on YouTube.
Okay, so you're doing it for your edit. I got
So each time I like start a new YouTube video, you know, they're gonna hear your voice and be like, "What's going on?" Because it only says that I'm playing by myself. Yo, mom, what's going on? Shit, dude, fuck.
The defendant set out to synchronize the murder with sexual battery.
I'm just a motherfucker, you know.
It became his alibi.
I'm just a motherfucking bitch.
The prosecution and the court all but approved it.
No, just a motherfucker.
A 6-month sentence.
Yeah, you just fuck moms, yeah. Is that what you're known for?
Yeah.
That's all the motivation.
Mom fucker?
To fabricate this elaborate
Fuck your mom.
scheme. His stand-in broke his accomplice. It's all entirely possible.
Fuck Ludwig's mom. Fuck streamers.
That's not how this works, is it?
Oh, dude, I definitely fucked Ninja's mom.
Who? Andrew Cullen?
No, Ninja.
Ninja's mom.
Ninja's mom.
Evidence and discover the possibility no
Okay, who else? Who else?
And it's on the
Don't cause beef, but who else?
I won't cause beef. Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
No, like with the Paul brothers.
I fucked their mom so good, dude.
I've never seen a picture of them all.
Nah, dude, that's why their dads are like so mad all the time.
That's why they're so good looking, right? It's from their mom's side.
That was me. I was like, Paul Brothers' real dad.
Wait a second, doesn't that make you gay? Like what? What?
The victim, Yui Mamiya, was an accomplice in the scheme.
I fucked their mom,
Objection.
and they
This is
became my
an
children.
insult to the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Such claims harm the integrity of all women.
Objection!
You did in fact call an objection. You won't believe that the lady
You're a
that's
lawyer. Figure this out.
we have reason to doubt the victim's
Greg, you're a
credibility.
lawyer.
She's an excellent liar. The prosecution lacks proper skepticism.
As I said, I believe
lawyer,
it's
sure that was a
reasonable
good
to
call,
remain
Mr.
skeptical
Lawyer?
of the victim and
I think
defendant's
so.
relationship.
He's not looking at the whole thing. He's just trying to
But it looks like you're
block it off.
game today, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm certainly skeptical. Skeptical of your common sense.
The gullibility of the prosecution is what nearly
That's a good
allowed the
counter-argument.
defendant and his crew to pull this off. The guilty sentence in the first
Yeah,
trial is a direct result.
it's because they didn't do their homework to begin with that we're
Defendant is
in
no
this
longer on the
position.
list of Miko Shiba-san's murder suspects.
And that alone is enough for you to slander the victim?
The defense would not doubt the victim without reason. You have one, I'm sure.
I do.
Yes, we do. In actuality, she wasn't the only conspirator who helped stage the groping.
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved. Like the whole thing was a whole setup.
The bystander who captured the defendant, the witness who recorded the incident on his smartphone. Both men, in conjunction with the victim, were classmates from the same high school. Which means, strange as it sounds, that these seemingly unrelated individuals were in fact all acquaintances.
Yep, they all came from the same high school. They knew each
Clear
other.
that this was a carefully organized and planned event.
Our investigation discovered they all graduated from Kurokawa Academy.
Oh, dude, I haven't been paying
13
attention
years
to
ago.
You don't. None of it really matters.
Teacher who was killed in a jean
You're just gonna
shop
have to YOLO the choice option.
class. 4 years ago, she was the teacher of the
I mean,
defendant's son,
if I can remember which one it is, then I can tell you what I chose.
We believe this indicates a connection between the Kurokawa Academy graduates and this case.
Of course, that's as deep as we need to go on that. We've simply presented the possibility that multiple conspirators were present when the defendant was apprehended. And as long as such a possibility exists, the defense asserts the defendant cannot be found guilty.
Your Honor, may I speak?
What is it?
I haven't committed a murder. Per my conviction, I am just a pervert who victimized a woman on the train.
Stop calling yourself a pervert.
Everything else
You know that's not true.
is imagination.
What is my defense? So it kind of am. So.
In my defense.
Defendant, why did you agree to this appeal then?
You can ask my lawyers that. I simply didn't stop.
How does the defense respond?
I'm ready for this.
It's just as the defendant says. However, we believe his recollection may be a bit fuzzy. To refresh his memory, I'd like him to take a look at some footage. Will you permit this, Your Honor?
Now what?
But please, don't display this on the large monitor. We shouldn't shock the public. It's footage of a murder.
Excuse me, wasn't that denied as evidence?
It
As I
was,
said,
yeah.
This is solely to refresh your memory. It's up to the judge whether or not we show it.
Please proceed.
Please proceed, yay! Yay, look at this. Look at this. Zero team.
That's
We
just
got him.
internet footage with no known origins.
No. This footage is from the SD card in the camera used to record it. This is a write once, read many card, also known as a worm. The
As a
police
worm
use it to
card?
photograph evidence. Anything recorded on it is highly reliable data. After serving your time, you intended to release this to the public. But Kawana can't wait for that to happen. And that's why he left it in my care.
Don't kill me. Please. I'm sorry. Toshiro-kun. I'll make it up to him. I'll atone for it. I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. Ah!
And then the murder happens.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Now what? You guys gonna write this off and say it's a
That
deepfake
footage,
still?
Is the person in the white raincoat you?
It looks like you.
You could say it looks like me.
The person you killed is Hiro Mikoshima. According to the autopsy report, he died sometime after 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. Therefore, it can only be that the person who passed through the ticket gate shortly after at 7:43 a.m. was not you, but your stand-in. As the defense, we cannot allow our client's conviction of sexual battery to stand in light of this footage. May we continue questioning the defendant?
Proceed, proceed,
How
proceed.
does the prosecution respond?
Fuck.
Even
He's
if
not gonna
the
like
footage
it.
has an irrefutable source, that alone does not prove guilt of murder. I'd just like to state that in advance.
Proceed, proceed.
Prosecution is denying the murder? Remind me who exactly is defending me here.
Good question.
The defense repeatedly mentions a stand-in, but where is this person currently? Who even
See,
are
that's
they?
the difficulty.
The person on the station.
Who even are they as well?
But he looked just like the defendant.
We believe he used a mask made from a 3D
That's the
printer.
tricky thing about saying
If
about
you look
stand-in.
closely, the alleged defendant at Ikebukuro Station and on the train does not move his mouth at all. We learned this from sources who may have been the stand-in.
And they stand in who it is on the run right now. I can't.
Indeed. The defendant should know all of this already.
I don't know anything about it.
Sure,
He
liar.
said he doesn't know. So what now? The defendant admitted to sexual battery, not murder. The murder footage has excellent production value, but nothing else corroborates the defense's claims.
Your Honor, I would like to request further witness testimony from the victim.
What?
Denied.
Denied.
The defendant and the victim certified the validity of the battery, leaving no room for discrepancies. It would be unprecedented for a victim to testify further in this situation.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense, yeah.
By that logic, there's no precedent for using battery as an alibi for murder either.
I will admit there is a possibility, but not enough to justify subjecting the victim to further distress in court. I must once again
yeah, I can't distress them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Defense, I've made myself clear.
Yeah, how about I make a better counter argument?
Your Honor,
Yep.
Following the defendant's last statement, we have a few more questions.
Yep.
Understood. Please proceed.
Thank you.
What's next?
This is where we continue. I know you're playing dumb, bro. You still have pride as a police officer? Who do you think killed Hiro Mikoshiba? He got really upset when we started talking about Mikoshiba. So let's go with that route.
Get the emotion to make them.
As for Hiro Mikoshiba's murderer, who do you think it is?
I work for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. Anything in Kanagawa is
But you could still have reasonable doubts.
A clear sign his killer held a grudge and intent.
Then the investigation would start with anyone who harbored such a grudge.
And why would you say you don't?
All I can really say about that.
You believed Mikoshiba pushed your son to the point where he killed himself. Sounds like you have every reason to hold a grudge against him.
Your Honor, this is going nowhere. The defense has been going off the rails all day.
Sustained. Defense, is there anything further?
I have further questioning, yes. Jin Kawana? Jin Kawana is the teacher. I don't see why that would help.
No, I wouldn't relate, but... Or did Jin Kanawa know something, though?
Maybe you're right. Because he does know. He knows a lot.
Familiar with Jin Kawana, aren't you?
But his real name is Katagara.
Never heard of him.
On October 7th, Kawana disguised himself as you and boarded a train.
Yeah, like this is the truth. Kawana is the disguised version of
He
him.
was the stand-in for the sexual battery mentioned earlier.
Your Honor, no evidence has been submitted to
This is the reason why I didn't want to press this.
Kawana was not present on any documentation, nor
He
was
is
the
not
prosecution
presented
notified.
documentation. He is right.
Kawana is the very person who encouraged the defendant to murder Mikoshiba-san.
Defense, as the prosecution has stated, no one by the name of Kawana is known to the court.
Alright, yeah.
We've not even confirmed if he exists. Please refrain from this line of questioning.
Yeah, but you should have maybe asked about his real name.
Defendant's motive. Without him, Ahara-san never would have killed Mikoshiba, and we wouldn't be in this courtroom.
Okay, maybe that's enough to say something?
I don't know of Kawana.
No, you definitely do.
No,
Kawana's
you
the one who
definitely
fanned
do.
the flames of vengeance. You do well to remember that.
Oh, that worked. Okay. We have a voice call. It's most likely the voice call.
With Sawa Sensei.
Yeah, with Kawana that talks about Ihara.
Take a listen to this.
I just wanted to refute through the
It wasn't just some random internet post.
through the other evidence.
Kill Mikoshiba-san, was it? Even while battling the school in court, you still didn't know for sure who pushed Toshiro-kun to his death. That's when Kawana came to you with this recording, right?
That's... Why do you...
Toshiro-kun came running to the roof. His face was pretty swollen. And a few minutes later, a student named Mikoshiba came up looking for him. I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face.
That's the voice of Yoko Sawa, the teacher Toshiro-kun confided in about being bullied 4 years ago. It was recorded in secret and played for the defendant by Kawana.
He told me about everything. The teasing, the beatings, the theft. How nobody was on his side. And yet, I had to deny all this in front of an entire courtroom. Believe me, I never wanted to do that. They said there was no hope. that I was the only witness with no proof whatsoever.
After hearing this, the defendant came to believe Mikoshiba-san's unchecked aggression toward Toshiro was the driving force behind his son's tragic suicide. And ultimately, this became his motivation for murdering Mikoshiba-san and staging his elaborate cover-up. Isn't that right, Ihara-san? Is it coming back to you yet?
Afraid not.
I see.
Then, is that all? Can the defense please get back on track?
This recording only came into my hands by means of Kawana. Except, thinking about it now, much like the murder footage, that would qualify as an unreliable source, wouldn't it?
What?
We live in an age where audio and video footage can be fabricated and easily reproduced.
What are you getting at?
Sawa Sensei, the one speaking in the recording, was murdered only days ago. And the one who recorded it, Kawana, disappeared without a trace. Meaning that as far as this recording is concerned, no one is left who can prove that it's authentic to the court. Or is my understanding incorrect? You would say you're completely unaware of the details about your son in this recording. Kawana had it. Didn't he play it for you?
I never heard it. Regardless of the content, it has nothing to do with me.
So you say. In that case, let's just assume then that Kawana and I are the only ones in possession of this audio recording. And considering that Kawana has all but vanished without a trace, that would actually make this the only copy, and me the sole owner. No backup exists.
What are you getting at?
This has no value in this courtroom, then I'm afraid it's never gonna have a value beyond today. And being that you claim it's unrelated to you or this case, then it wouldn't bother you if I were to delete it from my phone right here and now.
Why would... That's crazy. I wouldn't!
Got him. Got him.
Then tell me why I shouldn't do it.
Because Mikoshiba was a man who should never have escaped.
I just realized Hattori, the journalist from the last game, is also here.
The proof that everyone ignored.
He's in the back. He's just a journalist. I'm surprised he's here. He was the main subject from the last game.
Deserve justice, but all they could say is that the
That's his son.
suicide couldn't be determined.
No, that's his son, the one that the bullies got to jump off of the building.
No proof, no justice.
I think he didn't jump off the building. I think that was someone else. Yeah, he hung.
That's all true.
You're all so incompetent. You see yourselves as these paragons of law and justice.
Dude.
Yet the truth slips right through your fingers.
There's correct ways to go around things.
My alibi made you a mockery. I made it so real. You passed me off as just another pervert. You were gullible. Every single one of you.
His plan was to make a mockery of the justice.
Justice was blind to his pain.
Of the justice system.
Mikoshiba walked free because of you. You condone murder and call yourselves the law. That's why.
You want 10 more?
That's why I did it. I took Mikoshiba's life with my own hands.
Well, you're not gonna. What, you don't want to know before?
I'll definitely eat the burger. It might just get too much.
Turns out he's actually a murderer.
He's definitely a murderer.
To recap,
I heard it.
Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then headed to Shinjuku Station where you and Kawana pulled off a switch. And there you were ultimately arrested as a groper.
Can people actually leave the courtroom while the court is in session? I feel like that shouldn't be allowed.
No, you can't.
Defendant.
It's kind of crazy. Japan be crazy.
Well, you have to ask. You can't just take your
They're journalists. They just left.
Oh, well, the journalists, they can.
Really?
Yeah, because they have to report the news, right? They can leave to make a phone call.
It's not justified, yeah? Like, there's no, like...
I think with journalism, they get a little leeway with it.
Interesting.
It's very real evidence.
Because they don't have any involvement in the case in reality. They're just reporting what's going on.
Will it prove you killed Mikoshiba?
Like, so they can't really, like, change it, you know?
Oh, shit. He just admitted.
If you go to my wife's apartment, you'll find my son's altar there. You'll find the weapon I used for the crime.
Dude, I can't believe we never went to his place. The whole time we never went to this guy's house.
That should have been like your first instinct.
Wait a minute, Genda
You're a
Sensei.
terrible fucking liar.
You prayed at the altar?
Detective.
I guess you can lead a horse to water.
Very well then.
Dude, Hoshino boy, you were there? You dumbass. No, just kidding. I can't expect him to know that.
You can expect.
No matter how
Your fault
justified,
you never looked at that house.
not something
Yeah, it's crazy.
That would have been my first thought. I'd been like, okay, check this place.
I went to the school. I had so many different leads that wasn't even crossed my mind.
That would have been my first
failed to prove
In a murder case, you always check the guy's house.
In Judgment, it felt like you had no leads. In this game, there was like always some way to find a lead.
as well as those who enforce it.
Like everything that you did kind of like circled back. You just had to find out why.
Let this case be a lesson. The law is failing to save people who need saving.
It's clear proceedings
Cry about it, bitch.
At a later time when Mikoshiba-san's murder weapon is recovered.
At least you get to live. You know, Sawa Sensei didn't get to fucking live.
Yeah.
Piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that.
No objections.
She was the best teacher around. And no one's ever gonna lift you up from the ground.
You see, that's how much you pack in.
Well, Kanagawa PD called from the Ehara residence. They've recovered the knife.
They covered the knife already? That was quick as fuck.
I was so blind to his scheme.
We were still in court.
And that makes two of us.
You gonna apologize?
Underestimated
Bitch.
you. And the worst part of all,
At least you didn't lose your job this time. I made the other one lose his job.
organizational connections should never be held above the pursuit of truth. I'm glad you were able to make me see that again. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nah.
You didn't seem that bad of a guy.
You've come a long way.
You didn't really come in my way. Yeah, you didn't really get in my way this whole...
Prosecutor Takano's been stubborn as hell from the day he passed the bar. Once he's made up his mind, nothing can stand in his way. Not even his own boss.
Got enough weed in my
And he
stomach.
only bows once.
Metabolize it.
So I hope you remember this.
Just put it down.
I'm concerned.
Typical Genda law. I'm never
What's that?
going to like
It's not
you.
the poop jet.
That's not concerning. You didn't really drink coffee either. You had that...
Oh, I had a cup this morning.
You had a cup?
You two really pulled it off.
Stay.
No, wait.
Did you ever actually make it? Because I turned it on.
No, I think I did hit brew.
And never went to go look at it. So you think it's still sitting in there?
No way. I remember
check.
I stirred it.
You
I
can
remember
definitely
I was-
go check.
No, I chucked it. That's right. I chucked it outside. I drank it outside when we were.
You know what? I think I do.
You handled that with such grace.
Oh shit! Piece of shit!
Kawana holds you in such
Piece of shit, Benda.
What brings you here?
Oh, this guy?
Yagami Sensei, would you mind if we talked a little?
He's with the police commissioner.
Something we can't hear?
The more you know, the more you risk. You'd be endangering your own lives.
Fuck you.
If you're willing to accept that, feel free to stay.
We'll clear
You
the room.
willingly said that
At
in the
this point,
courtroom.
we'd just be
You'll be
getting
endangering your
Yagami-san's
own lives.
Yeah, the court's cleared. There's no one here.
I don't care, dude. That is so
It's still probably recorded as
That's what I'm
fuck, but
saying,
yeah.
bro. That is insane to say in a courtroom.
Yeah, these three are non-fighters. Get them out of here. Alright, piece of shit, and then the girl in the back is the vice minister of health. She is a replacement for the guy that was corrupted from the last game. She also turned out to be a murderer
So much hope.
that killed a bully for her son. Just like the guy that we were doing.
Seeing as
It's like the exact same thing.
and other traces were still on it.
So
That surfaces,
we're trying to get her
health
we'll have yet
to surface this intel. However, this piece of shit, this is the son, this is the, her son? She killed, yeah, the bully. The son's bully. She killed him.
Was originally preserved to maintain control over Mitsuru's bullies. I never imagined it would be used against me someday.
Fine, but why are you telling me this?
Because of the letter he sent. Once Ihara-san's trial is over, he wanted to talk to you.
What?
Using my phone.
Huh?
Who? Who wanted to talk to me?
Is that Kawana?
This piece of shit that ditched town.
Kusumoto-san, is Yagami there?
I can hear you somehow. I can already hear you somehow.
Go ahead.
So, it seems Ihara's
You didn't really get louder.
He took our failing legal system and turned it on its head.
Yep.
Couldn't have done it without you.
You're the fuckwad that caused all this.
Security has to be tracing this call. You have a plan?
No, not this time. That's why I'm using my own phone.
Public security is Soma.
He wants to get caught.
What the hell are you saying? They catch you, you're
Oh yeah, Soma is the RK leader in the final boss.
Why I'm negotiating to prevent that. Kusumoto-san,
He's also in public security,
I'll be upfront
which is
with
the
you.
plot twist.
I never imagined the day would come that you would be the one to betray me. But if I had to guess, Mitsuru-kun must have woke up.
He did?
If that's the case, then Kawai's murder, your whole past, you're not the only one it stands to ruin. If all that comes into the light, Mitsuru-kun will be labeled the son of a murderer.
Exactly. I can't let that... That's the one thing I need to prevent.
I know. That's good. That's exactly
Piece of
what
shit.
you should be doing. So
No.
please, don't stop now on my behalf. Enough is enough. You and your son have been through enough hell. I want to protect Mitsuru-kun too. Almost.
Piece of shit, dude. You're trying to manipulate.
Is he manipulating?
Tell me.
I can only assume this call is being traced, so even as we speak, I'm standing somewhere very close to it.
Oh, it's already being traced anyways. God fucking damn it.
I'm going to dispatch Sawa.
Fucking piece of shit.
Where are you?
I'm in Injincho. If I take even one step out of this city, I'd be powerless. I've got nowhere else left to go.
Kawana!
Yeah, you hung up. Time to go. Time to go, Yagami. Hopefully this lady stays alive, you know?
After they find Kawai's body and Kawana is taken care of, I'm next on the list.
Yep.
Bondo can act at his own discretion.
Fucking Bondo.
He'll be able to silence anyone who can know too much. Sawa Sensei was just the first victim.
And the testament to that.
You yourself have sealed this fate, you know. Will you tell him? Will you tell Mitsuru-kun about Sawa Sensei?
Surely you know it wasn't my fault.
You
Sawa-san's
mind
death
holding
was
this?
a tragedy. I never imagined that would happen.
What about Kawana? Can you imagine how his death is gonna play out in a few hours? I can, but I'm not gonna let him go down without a fight. Which means, I'm going to Ijincho.
I can talk some sense into Bando. I won't allow him to kill indiscriminately. So please, don't go out there to risk your life.
That's how it works. No promises. Tsukuma, Kawana's still out in Ijincho. Soma and RK are heading there too. We need to get to him fast.
Wait, are you sure about that?
You should be able to pick up some chatter. Pinpoint the location. I'm on my way. I'll talk to you soon. Tsukumo?
I see you've arrived in Ijincho safe.